house lights go down, the band walks on stage, and the crowd goes wild. Every year, millions of people attend concerts and live shows to be wowed by the live music and stunning lighting that truly brings a performance to life. Putting together the lighting rig and preparing the stage is a very involved process. It takes a dedicated team of professionals backstage working together to make the show go on every night. It's hard to believe that it all starts here, in an empty, unlit stage. Here at Full Sail Live, students learn the ins and outs of show production, using professional gear in an actual live venue environment, taught by our experienced instructors. And now we're here at Full Sail Live 2 with my buddy, Kenny Starr.
Hey Tracy, how you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good, good.
All right, so I was sent here, we're gonna light a band, I guess?
Yes, ma'am.
What do we have to do?
Well, we have to run some power on top of the truss first for our lights.
What's a truss?
The truss is right behind us. This is pretty much where we actually hang our lights on
Oh.
and give them a nice focus to the band members so we can actually see them.
Oh, you mean the lights aren't already up and we just turn the light on?
No, ma'am.
Oh, great. Okay.
A little bit of work.
So how do we know what lights to put up there?
Well, we have a couple different kinds of lights.
Okay.
We have usually like a Licos or spotlights, which highlight the actual band member where they're actually standing.
Okay.
Then we have some wash fixtures as well that can actually color the stage and stuff.
For the purpose of this demonstration, we only used a few lights, but productions like Broadway shows or arena tours can use dozens of different types of lights. The lighting designers, or LDs, plot out how the lights will look for the show. Before we got started, we walked over to the truss where I met John, who was getting cables out of the box in order to set up our running power. So this is power.
This is power.
That doesn't look like power.
It's called socket packs. Pretty much
Okay.
you can run all your lights for you, but we have to get it up there on the truss though.
Oh goodness, okay. And this is like a giant extension cord, is that what it is?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a way to power all your lights.
How do we get up there?
Well, me and John, or you two, we're gonna have to climb the ladder, we have to run the power, and we're gonna run the power on top of the truss for us.
An actual show production can use up to several miles of cable. So when running the socket packs from the power source, or dimmer racks, it's important to keep things organized and neat so that they don't get tangled up. Oh, and did I mention how heavy these things are? You think I can carry it? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Once the cables are run, we use an adapter called a fan, which splits the distribution of electricity to the different regular outlets that we use to operate the lights.
The hardest part is getting the socket pack on.
So is that just like the dimmer rack where you kind of have to shimmy it in there?
It's even harder for that one because you gotta like hold both the pieces at the same time and
Okay.
still screwed like the actual ring around it, so it's kind of a pain. But
This
once you
is-
get the hang of it, it's not too bad.
So like in a big like concert venue, these people are going up there with like
Yes, ma'am.
ginormous.
Yes, ma'am. Now sometimes it's also, if the rig can come down on the ground with,
Okay.
with motors, a lot of it, if it can be done that way, you
Okay.
can actually do it on the ground and then raise everything up.
So to do this, you really cannot have fear heights, can you?
No, ma'am. Never.
I need to get over that, I guess. All right. So now what? After the fan thingy is up there.
Well, then we're gonna, all three of us will go up there if we can, including you, and we'll hang some lights, plug the fan on into the light, and there you go.
And then we turn it on and we're done.
Yep, and we also have to gel the color too.
Oh, do we gel it up there or down here?
Usually up there, yeah.
Why can't we do it down here?
Just the way it is.
Great. It might look simple, but it's a little tricky to make precise adjustments to heavy equipment while you're trying to keep your balance from 10 feet off the ground. When you've got heavy lights hanging over the heads of band members, it's also important to make sure that everything is securely fastened to the truss. That's why we reinforce the lights with a safety. Okay, so you told me to put the light here. Why am I putting it here?
Because the C-clamp, you don't want to put it inside the weld of the truss here,
Okay.
or one like here. What'll happen is the C-clamp could possibly break the weld,
Oh.
and then the truss would lose its integrity, and I'd have to throw away the truss.
So my light is up and secured to the truss. Now it was time to figure out which color goes where. You have someone stand in front of the light once the gel is up, and then we direct it and point it at the right spot. There can be 100 different cues in just one show, so every position has to be exactly timed out. So I'm on stage,
Okay.
lights are up, you guys gelled them.
Yes, ma'am.
So now we're focusing?
We're focusing the lights to wherever you want to be focused to, so it's
Okay.
kind of up to you.
So if the band, the lead front person, singer person is here, which
ma'am.
I'm gonna pretend is me.
Yes, ma'am.
So now what?
He's going to focus the lights to you, so I'm going to turn the light up a little bit.
Oh, so you control it from the console?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And then basically you would actually look at the light and kind of see it like.
Oh, I have to
completely
look
on.
at the light?
You have to look at the lamp. Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep. And there you're lit.
That's it?
That's it.
So now we just have to do about 6 more lights.
Pretty much.
Very nice. Does that look good to you? I can't see anymore.
That's okay. I can see you though.
Can you?
Yes, ma'am.
All I see
and
is
you're lit.
pink.
And you're lit.
I see a
That's
lot
the whole
of
idea.
pink. So Kenny, that was it. So what we did today, which I thought was a lot of work for 2 lights, for a real concert, how long would that whole take to put everything up?
Depends on the size of the concert, but usually it takes, maybe 24 lights would probably be a couple hours.
Wow.
And anything above hundreds will take a day or 2 or 3, maybe more.
Oh my
Depending
goodness.
on how big and how much help you have.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. I
You're
will
welcome so much.
honestly never go and see a concert the same way again. I will have a lot more appreciation for
I gotta look up
everything
at the
I see.
lights now this time. You
I
And say,
know.
oh wow, I understand that now.
It is very cool. And I thought it was the people on stage who did all the hard work. Turns out there's a lot of planning and preparation that goes into lighting a show than most people ever think about. I definitely have a newfound appreciation for the whole process. But I still think I'd prefer to enjoy the show with both feet on the ground.
How do I get out of here?